Okay, so this is gonna be a long video. But it had to be made. Honestly, it had to be made because my opinion on this is just. Oh! Alright, so let's get into the story. It's a pretty long story. So I go to the school. I'm not gonna say the name of the school. So I go to the school, and I'm sure when they were building the school, they were like, this would be a great idea. Hey, Mark, come over here. Oh yeah, Joe. Look at this. Look at this idea. Look at this idea. Look, they don't want to build an indoor cafeteria like every other school. They want to build a cafeteria on the roof. Isn't that such a genius idea? He's like, yeah, Joe, that is a genius idea. Why don't most schools do this? I don't know. I don't really know. But hey, I'm gonna enjoy building this. So yeah, I think that explains it. We have lunch on the roof. Most schools they get to enjoy their lunch indoors, with the nice air conditioning. Maybe some maybe some tables outside. But my school, there's no choice. We have no choice. It's either sit in the shade. Wait, give me a second. I just need to adjust something over here. Okay, I think this is gonna be that. Okay, so it's either sit in the heat or sit nowhere else. It's that simple. Sure, you can stand in the 1% of shade that there is. Okay, so let me explain it to you. Wait, I need a pencil. You don't know. Let me explain it to you. Okay, so let me just go into detail what this cafeteria is like. So, imagine a square, like so. That is the cafeteria. Okay, this is 90% of the cafeteria. See this big spot where it says 90? It says it backwards, but that doesn't matter. And then there's 5% here and another 5% here. So 5 and 5%. So that's 100% cafeteria. Okay, we're good? Okay. So let me go into detail what's going on here. This 5% is shade. This 5% is also shade. This 90%, this giant 90% right here is sun. Sun. So the sun is shining down on all the folks that are simply trying to enjoy their life and see. They ain't very happy about it. They're just over here trying to enjoy their lunch. But the sun is completely just, it hurts them. Some of us even have to wear sunscreen on hot days. Today was an exception. Today was pretty cold. But on hot days, it's sunscreen. Because of how hot it is. And they don't care. They don't care! Okay, let me continue. So then there's this 5%. This 5% of shade, this is where you go to get your lunch and, get other stuff. Maybe a drink or whatever. And this 5% is the 8 tables, I'd say. 8 tables that are in the shade. And these folks that actually have the opportunity to sit in the shade, these folks, they're lucky. Where's my cap? Where's that cap? Please don't tell me I lost the stupid cap. Gosh darn, I'm sorry, guys. I think I lost the cap to this thing. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Alright. Okay, so, as I was saying, the folks that actually get to sit in the shade, they're lucky people. And I'll tell you why. Because they don't have to die in the sun. It's like maybe 100 degrees sometimes. And we're over here. Have mercy, please. And then they're over here in the shade, fanning themselves. Oh, how's having a lovely day, Richard. Yes, I am indeed, Mr. Tongue. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. Oh, look at those people in the sun. Let us laugh at them. Yes, let us burn money in their faces. Yeah, I bet you wish this money was yours. Oh, people all that have to sit in the sun. I'm just kidding. They're not like that. But they're pretty lucky that they actually have the opportunity to sit in the nice, cool, lovely shade. But then again, like I showed you in that demonstration, there is still a whole 90% of students that are attending that school. Wait, where's the page? Where's the page? I found it. There's a whole 90% of the students attending that school that are stuck in the gosh darn sun. So what do we do? Well, I don't know. What do we do? There's nothing we can do, I guess. I mean, we're stuck in here. We're stuck out here, I should say. In the sun. With nothing. With no one. It's just us. There's nothing we can do to sell it. Like, look at SpongeBob up there. Can you see SpongeBob? No, of course you can't. Alright, never mind. You can't see. No, you're gonna see SpongeBob. You're gonna see SpongeBob. You see SpongeBob? You see SpongeBob right there? Yeah, you can see SpongeBob. SpongeBob is always asking me, so, were you able to sit in the shade today? And to that I'll answer, yes or no. Simple as that. Sometimes most of the time, I have to sit in the sun. Rest of the time, I actually get to sit in the shade. And there are some students that attend that school that have never sat in the shade. Isn't that depressing? Just think of that. Maybe 20% of kids that have never sat in the shade before. It's all they want is an opportunity to sit in the shade. Okay, so the folks down at my school, the employees, or like the head of the staff, they look at this problem. And these people, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say the other term that most kids would say, but they are absolutely. Oh my god, they are absolutely. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it like most kids will say it. Like most kids would say. These staff members are absolutely amazing. I'm gonna say that. It's not the actual word to describe it, but I'm just gonna say amazing. They're amazing for saying this, and I'll tell you what they said. Yeah, we could add a whole tarp to provide you with shade if you stop littering. And here's the thing. This is why they said that. If you've ever been to that cafeteria, let alone at the last lunch period, then you'd see nothing but trash. These kids are careless. They throw their trash on the floor, leave their drinks on the table, and they don't have to pick up anything. Don't call me a hypocrite, because I go around picking their stuff up. Because I know when all that stuff is picked up, they're gonna say, maybe they do deserve a tarp. And then they'll add a tarp to provide us with lovely shade. And, I thought that was the end of it. Okay, we just have to work for a nice shade. But no, that wasn't the end of our punishment. They had to go as far as to completely ban that 1% of shade. That's right. Completely banned. Whole thing. So no more shade, I guess. Guess we're just gonna have to move on. Alright, Billy, alright, Joe. Let's go. We lost. I guess this is it. But no. No. There's this group of kids. These kids. Unbelievable, I'm telling you. And I'll tell you what's wrong with these kids. I don't even want to say it, honestly. I don't want to say it. I have to say it. It's the whole point of this rant. So there's this group of kids. I'll call them the really annoying ones. Because most of them are really annoying. Who actually have the nerve to walk up to a table from the 90% of sun, grab it, look at whoever's sitting at the table, and ask the following question. Is anyone sitting here? And I'll say, no, no one's sitting here. And then they'll grab that gosh darn chair and drag it away to the shade. They're not allowed to bring tables to the shade. They got all the tables and moved them back to the 90%. So they just bring chairs. So all they do is sit on little chairs in the shade. And you think, oh, why do I care about this? They're just a few people that just really want to sit in the shade, so they grab the chairs and move it to the shade. Why should I care? So let me demonstrate what's going on here. Okay, I'm going to need a whole other page. Okay. So again, we have this giant cube that we call the cafeteria. Then there's the 5%. So there's the 5% of shade where you get the lunch. 90% of sun where we have to sit, and the 1% of shade where we once were able to sit on. That's exactly what's going on here. But they blocked this off, as I stated before. So what you have to do is sit in the shade or sit in the sun. But these people, they're so desperate to sit in the shade, so instead of bringing tables to the shade, because there are no tables there, they move them all. They go to the chairs or to the tables in the 90% area, and they grab the chairs and move them back here. So they get to sit down in their nice, lovely shade while we're still here, accepting defeat and dealing with the gosh darn heat. Unbelievable. And this is where it starts to get irritating. Okay, so let me explain it to you. I already explained it to you. They grab the chairs. And here's what it becomes. There are so many kids that like doing this. So many. That it creates a cluster of chairs. It's even worse than it was before with the tables. A cluster of chairs. And their lunch, bags, everything on the floor. So it creates a mess. Just the other day, I was walking to go to the bathroom because here's how it works. Okay, back to the diagram. Okay, 1% of shade. Then over here we have a hallway that leads to the bathroom. So here's the bathroom. So we have that hallway that leads to the bathroom, and down here's the bathroom. So I have to go to that particular day I was sitting up here. Okay? So what I had to do, this is so hard. Okay, I'll just load the screen. So what I had to do was I had to go here, cut through the crowd of chairs go through the hall, and go to the bathroom. At least that was the original plan. But as I was making my way towards the door to go to the bathroom, I knocked down not one, not two, not three, but 4 water bottles. And you know what they said to me? Hey kid, watch where you're going. Idiotic beep. I felt hurt. I honestly did. And that's the problem! Makes me so mad. That is the root of the problem. They don't understand how annoying they are. They act like it was my fault that I tipped over their gosh darn water bottles while simply trying to make my way to the door to use the bathroom. But it's their fault, because they didn't have to create that cluster of chairs. They didn't have to put all that on the floor. They could have just accepted gosh darn defeat and sat in the 90% of sun. So, if there are any students that attend this school watching, I'd like to tell you right now, stop it now. Stop it now before I take it all the way to the principal, because I will. I will send this rant to him to tell you guys, stop creating this cluster of chairs and tables. Just fix it, please. Thank you for watching. I'm My Little Captain. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos if you are interested. And see you guys next time. Bye.